Hello, in this section we are going to take the signs, so astrology signs and some charms, so that you can also choose the pile like that for all of you who are a little bit indecisive when it comes to thumbnails. So we are going to choose the pile number 1. It's going to be Capricorn, Geminis, Taurus, and Pisces. Okay, so this is going to be a pile number 1. Let's see pile number 2. We have Leos, Cancer, Sagittarius, and Virgos. And that leaves all of the rest into the pile number 3. So we have Scorpio, Libra, Aries, and Aquarius. Very interesting combinations in pile number 3. Okay, so for all of you who are choosing your piles connected with the zodiac signs, these are the 3 groups: first, second, and third. We are also going to take some charms. For the pile number 1, we have this beautiful pentagram symbol, and we have the swan. Pile number 1, the swan and the pentagram symbol. Okay, I'm going to place it here. Pile number 2, also 2. Let's see what we have. So we have beautiful cross, and we have the anchor. So the anchor and the beautiful cross, pile number 2. For those who are choosing the piles according to the symbols or charms, this is your pile. And pile number 3. Let's see. Oh, beautiful bow. It's very interesting because now it is the Christmas time is coming for some of you who are celebrating. This really looks like that. It looks like some kind of celebration. It doesn't have to be. It is just my own first thought when I saw that. We also have a little key with the wings on the side, and the key has a heart in the middle, if you can see. So it looks like flying key to somebody's heart or yours heart. So these are the symbols, these are the charms for... This also reminds me of, you know, when the baby is born. That's also some kind of reminder, like newborn babies. Okay, take it as it resonates. This is for the pile number 3. I'm gonna place it here, and we can move to your reading, guys. I will leave this for a second so that you can once more see everything and choose for yourself. Hello, pile number 1. Pile number 1, today in this reading we are asking about what needs to be let go in this year, because we are approaching the end of the year. In pagans religion, let's say religion, but it's not actually, it's the practice, maybe that is the better word. They were celebrating Yule, which was the winter solstice. That is the same what we are now today calling New Year's Eve. So we are celebrating the point when the nights are at the peak of their longest, and we are reaching towards the year ahead where the night is becoming shorter and shorter and shorter, and day is becoming longer and longer and longer. So this part of the year, and it's end of the cycle, also gives us a feeling that something is finishing, right? And something new is coming, something new is starting. So that is why we are going to make this reading, to see what we have to what we have to say goodbye, and what we need to welcome, what is coming, what new thing is coming, and what we need to release so that this new thing could come. Oops, this one just flew. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take one more for you. It's going to be this one. So I'm thinking of putting everything a little bit down so that you can see it better. I think it's going to be better like this. Okay, we are going to now look at the cards, and we are going to see what the universe has for you. Pile number 1. So we have the balance, 14. We have 4 of water. We have Knight of Air reversed. How can I deepen my trust right now? We have create joyful things. Heal away addictions. For some of you, it's going to be very significant. School. Raccoon. Inventor. And we have manifest. I wanted to take something else. Just a moment. Just a second. Where I have, okay, I found it. I'm going to take some kind of time reference, and I will tell you why I need this time reference. So we are going to choose one. We are going to choose one. I can't tell. Okay, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. Let's start with your reading. So firstly, what we want to say is what we have to leave behind in this year. So by looking at these cards at the beginning, we see this balance and we see this heal away addictions. Here, the card says it's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So for you, pile number 1, Angel Raphael can be direct, let's say, entity with whom you can actually talk to and with whom you can actually work on these problems. Now, what addictions are? Somebody will say addictions are, you know, things like smoking, drinking, maybe drugs and so on. No, no, no. These are like a typical classical addictions, but we are not talking about that. Although some of you may find yourself in these scenarios as well. If some of you are smoking and more maybe drinking, maybe this is direct message for you. But for the majority, what I feel is the pattern of behavior that you are addicted to. There is no balance. So pile number 1, what I feel here with you is that you maybe you're probably aware of it, but it seems like you are either too good, you know, you allow people too much, you allow them to cross your boundaries, and then there is no balance. Or for some of you, you are too closed and you don't let people in. And then people are trying, but you're not letting them to even approach. And then there is no balance. Since this is a general reading, I do receive several streams of energies for all of you out there. So that is why the message is not very direct, but it is counting the group of people that I am feeling right now watching watching this reading, and that you need to hear that. For some of you, it could even involve both, you know. Maybe you do not have these boundaries in relationships, and then it is easier for you to close to relationships so that you would not come into the situation where your boundaries would be crossed because you don't know how to protect them. And then what you do, you isolate yourself and you don't let anyone inside. These are the patterns that need to be released together with this cycle. You know exactly what you are doing, which behaviors are not contributing to your well-being. You know it very simply because you don't feel right when they happened. You know, it's almost like when somebody is pushing you, expecting you to say yes, but what you really, really want to say is no, but you say yes, and then that feeling that follows. I'm just giving a random example, but you know exactly what I mean. When we do something that it is not in accordance with our soul, we immediately receive some kind of like a push signal. Some kind of signal comes and we feel it. Some people feel it in their stomach. Some people feel it in their chests, in their hearts. Some people simply feel it in their throat, you know, depending where and what kind of feeling is it. But we do receive this confirmation. So pile number one, I hope that now when you are aware and you are now receiving this confirmation that this kind of behavior, whatever it is it really connected with certain addictions? You know, there are also a lot of addictions like a sexual addiction as well in today's world where this is very available through internet. So, you know, many people could find themselves in many different scenarios. We know what addictions are. Addictions are the behaviors that we are continuously doing by knowing that they are not good for us, whatever that is. Okay, pile number one. This is the time to release. And this is a very good opportunity of the cycle that it is ending and the new cycle that it is beginning, that it will be a beautiful shift. Okay? So also Jupiter is starting a new cycle. The cycle of 16 years finished, and now we're entering a new cycle, and it's going to be very interesting. This is definitely our world changing, and we are witnessing it. And I'm telling you, if not now, when? With the Four of Water, that is why I said that for many of you, it could be that you are intentionally avoiding, you know, connections or getting deeper into connections because you just feel that you are not at the level where you can, or for some of you, I feel that you lost the hope that relationships can be balanced. You know, you have a feeling like that whoever you are going to meet for friend or for partner, it's going to be some kind of like imbalance. There is this fear. But also for many of you, I do feel some kind of isolation. Because with this Knight of Air, I see lack of desire to communicate. You know, lack of desire to communicate, lack of desire to put yourself out there, to reach out, to open up to people. You seem very closed, and it feels like you are in a way defending yourself. You know, you are in how to say low key mode. You don't want to expose yourself. With the school here, I do feel that you are focusing on something that it is important to you. Either you want to really finish a school or a course, or you are changing career pathways, so you're educating yourself in that direction, or you just want to improve at the business or at the career where you are now, so you're taking some steps to elevate your business, so to make it bigger, to hire people, or to add new things to it, or so on and so on. If you are young and you are still schooling, you know, you are on the college or in the school, this means like you really took it very seriously. You want to finish it, and you are giving your best to focus on your obligations. So whether it is a business or school or any kind of course or any kind of endeavor, actually, this is something that it is keeping you grounded. You are focused on that, or whatever it is, your project, your work, your business, your idea, whatever it is. And you don't have much desire to communicate too much, you know. I do feel that why this is here, it is because, look at this. How can I deepen my trust right now and create joyful things? I do have a feeling that in one way, like I said at the beginning, you lost the faith, you lost the trust that you can do something that you really wanted to do. For some of you, it's going to be finding a person. For some of you, it's going to be having a decent, healthy relationship. For some of you, it's going to be having balance between you and people you care about. It can even be a family. But whatever it is, it's like a little bit like you gave up and then you pulled out, you know, pulled into yourself, and you stopped being so exposed and so available to others. I do believe that had its purpose. You needed this phase, and it was needed for you to process things and maybe finish and focus on things that are important. But this is here because this phase cannot be prolonged, should not be prolonged. This is the phase that should end with the end of this year, because this is the reading that we are doing right now. Okay. So let's see this raccoon card. Raccoon in winter. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity. Okay, I have to search what is that. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. It's interesting because in this card we see some kind of encouragement that it is telling you. First, what it is telling you, maybe you are indecisive. Maybe you are not sure exactly what you want. And because of that, universe cannot give you the right and direct guidance. Sometimes we think that we know what we want, but we don't know what we want. Or we want something, but our actions are going in a different direction. It's against that idea, against that desire. And then the universe is also confused and doesn't know what to give us, how to provide, because we are saying that we want something, but in our actions, we are doing something else. Now, this raccoon also has this element of avoidance of being the trickster and practicing integrity, which gives me a sense of feeling. I feel that in some of your endeavors, you're trying to cut the way in the way that you find a shortcut. You want to come to the solutions quick, fast. You want a quick fix. You want things to happen faster than naturally they would happen. It's like wanting to have a control to speed up the things, okay? So this is how I see it. You have this tendency to wish for things to speed up, and if that means taking a shortcut to some places, you will do that just to come there faster. But the thing is that the shortcuts have their costs. And if you made this shortcut here, so you were not going like this, you just went like that, yes, you will come here faster. But then when you come here, there will be so many things that you will have to make up for not going this way. Also, going this way will allow you to learn more, to experience more, and to appreciate more that point where you are going when you come there. So the universe is saying to you that some things are better to take longer because of the quality of the trip, as well as the usage, so that you would know where you are when you reach there. And that shortcuts and getting somewhere faster usually have a trick in itself. That's why we have this trickster here. So it is basically advising you to try to avoid being trickster and to practice integrity, even when it takes a longer time. It says you have many roles and can juggle them well. It means that you are very smart. Raccoons are very smart animals. That's why we are having this element of raccoon here. That's why usually people say tricksters. You know that they sometimes steal the food and these kind of things. That is why they are. But the thing is that they are very bright animals. They are very, very bright. And they can think quick. Okay, so you are a quick thinker. You are maybe doing many things. You are several things. You are not just good at one thing. You are good at several things at once. You are very quick and sharp mind. You have the quick and sharp mind. That is what I wanted to say. So the only thing that you need to do is to basically remove the old bad habits that you have. And this I pull out because I was asking about the things that you need to let go. How long have they been there with you? How long these things, these habits, this, anything that you need to release, how long it has been with you? And we receive, I can tell, which means that it could be something that it is maybe for some of you present since ever. And for some of you, it can be quite recent, I can't tell. It's a very, very, very direct message that there is no certain timeline. For everyone, it's going to be different. But for me, when I receive this, it usually means that it is present for a very, very long time. So long that you cannot even tell when it started. That is why we have it here. Pile number 1. This is a very important reading for you. Because I definitely do believe that releasing these bad habits, these addictions, these bad patterns, in this year, if you close this chapter, if you release this chapter, I do believe that the next chapter is going to be very, very different from everything that you experienced until now in your entire life. That's why we have these cards here. We have manifest. That means that you can manifest a beautiful future. You can manifest a beautiful life, very happy, very fulfilling life with everything that you in your mind think and in your heart perceive as happiness. Manifest is the card that gives you like an open door access to the happiness, to the happy life. And create joyful things refers to this section here where we see that from this closed phase of not trusting, you're going to shift into the phase of opening yourself up, not trying to take shortcuts, allowing the pathway to take its time, valuing every part of the road, going through it with integrity, being very self-assured that you can juggle everything you do because you are an amazing person who can do that, and step by step to turn a new page where this you, it's going to be left behind, and a new you concerning the habits and behaviors that are blocking you are not there, having a free pathway forwards. I do feel that the new year that it is coming is going to be a very beautiful, very fruitful for you. Very fruitful, very beautiful. I just do feel that there are these things that you, pile number 1, needs to definitely release. We are going to take one more. Yes, this is nourish. So Nourish always comes to me when I talk about the family or the loved ones, people that we feel very connected to. It is always connected with certain feeling of home. Home is a very individual thing. For everyone, it's going to be something different. For some, it's going to be literally a place, a house, home. And for some, it's going to be people. The home is going to be people that you are surrounded with, that you love. I do have a feeling that in a new year that it is coming, this is exactly what is coming to its place. Something connected with the career you are manifesting, and some kind of relationships between the people that you care about, people that are important to you, whether those are friends, family, parents. Some kind of balance is being created here within the home, whatever the home is for you. I do see beautiful, joyful things on the horizon. And like I said, I do feel that for you, the year is coming in incredible shift. It's going to be very beautiful. Just leave behind everything. Look at this, singing and dancing. Leave behind everything that was not serving you, that was blocking you, that was not allowing progress. Singing and dancing for the end is a beautiful card. Very connected with these joyful things ahead. And also I would put this one here as nourishing. We do feel that things are shifting into a very positive direction for all of you guys, but a little bit of work is still needed to release these patterns that were holding you back. I just want to mention 2-3 things about these charms. So let me sharpen it out. So we see this pentagram in a circle. The pentagram in the circle usually symbolize protection and balance, you see, and you had this balance in your reading. And the harmony of 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, spirit, right? So this is very important circle. The circle also signify unity, wholeness. The swan is golden, as we can see. So the golden swan, just a moment. The golden swan gives this divine layer because of the golden color, right? But also the swan is powerful symbol of grace, transformation, and also beauty. Swans are symbols of beauty. When their wings are lifted, like we see here, you see the wings are up. They are standing towards up, right, upwards. That suggests the spiritual awakening. It encourages you to rise above the emotions, okay? So this is definitely a sign that it is encouraging you to rise above the turbulence and the turbulent emotions. We could say that these symbols together are speaking about a journey, your journey, where you need to ground yourself in the truth, because the truth is very important here with these 2 symbols. And you need to rise towards the spiritual clarity. I do believe that everything will be clarified for you. So if something now you feel like you don't know how it is, you don't see the full picture, something is not very visible to you, I'm sure that everything will become very fully visible for you. Pile number 1. It is a beautiful reading. I really love the symbols, the cards, the devices, and I'm sure that you are going to find yourself in it. I wish you all the best. If you are new to my channel, if you love videos that I'm making, you can always support me by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Everything is a big help for the channel to grow. And for everyone else, I want to say thank you so much for being here. I wish you all the best for this beautiful upcoming time. Spend it with your family, spend it with your loved ones, with your friends, whoever you find important in your life. Don't isolate yourself, pile number one. Open up, because this is going to be a beautiful bridge from this year to another one, and we see what is awaiting for you in another year. Have a beautiful time ahead, and I hope to see you soon with my new reading. Bye. Hello, pile number two. Pile number two. Today we are going to talk about ending of one cycle and starting of another. We are talking about what you need to release, to let go of, or to change, to move, to bridge to another to another cycle. It is the end of the year, like I was telling, into pile number one. Pagans celebrated it like a Yule, so-called Yule. It is what we now called New Year's Eve. And it was a time when the night, the length of the night, reached its peak. We call it the winter solstice. We are going to take one card from every pile. Why this was significant? It was significant because the time of the darkness, metaphorically speaking, was coming to its peak towards lighter and shorter nights and longer days. It's very transformative time. And all of us who are into spirituality and working with energies and guardians and angels and other helpers on our way, we all know, I will put it a little bit down, we all know how important this end of the year is. That is why I decided to make this reading for you, pile number two, so that we see what needs to be released and changed in order to evolve. 10 of water reversed, Ace of earth reversed, and 4 of water, 4 of cups. How can I deepen my trust right now? Very, very interesting. The same card came into the pile number one. Appreciation and gratitude. Solar plexus chakra, yoga, dear love, and ego. Let me pull out one time reference. I can't tell again, just like in the pile number one. Very interesting, guys. Okay, so I will explain to you everything. Don't worry. So let's start with your reading. 10 of cups reversed, or 10 of water reversed, with the solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So what I feel here with these first cards is some kind of disunity within the family or within the loved ones. For some of you, it's going to be a family, it's going to be parents, it's going to be maybe siblings, it's going to be somebody who is very close to you. 10 of water is usually really symbolizing the family or the people that are surrounding us that are important for us. And reverse, this card shows us then that some things, some conflicts with these people, whether it is a relationship or those are the friendships or the family, will have to be released. Something will have to be forgiven. It will have to be forgotten. It will have to be released in order to move forward. So I do have a feeling with the solar plexus chakra that the family here, or the loved ones, I'm going to refer this card as a loved ones, because there is some kind of disunity with the loved ones. And in many cases, this is a general reading, have that on your mind, guys, that there are a lot of you with different scenarios. But what I do feel as a general vibe is that majority of you could have problems with establishing yourself. It's like receiving some kind of restrictions from the people who love you the most, and you love them, and you really need their improvement. You really need their allowance. You really need their support to do something that you are, that you feel that you need to do, that you feel that you need to maybe to go somewhere, to do something, to accomplish something. It's almost like what you want to do and how the loved ones are looking at these situations is in some sort of conflict. There is no support system that you need to pull out what you feel you need to pull out, pile number 2. So if that is not you, probably this is not your pile. Despite these things, you know, like we really need to choose our piles according to our intuition, our feeling. So this is very self-explanatory to me. So we see a scenario where you are not fully supported. You are not receiving the warmth that you expect to receive, and that makes you feel alone. That makes you feel like you need to do things on your own. You do feel a little bit isolated, and you are trying to find your own balance. I do see a lot of self-work. You are working a lot on yourself, pile number 2. But the problem is with this Ace of Earth as well, that you are not able to start anything. It's like people who... I see people who are simply blocking you from starting something. For many of you, it's going to be some kind of idea. It's going to be maybe some kind of business endeavor for some of you. But maybe it's a little bit risky, or it is not typical for you, but you really want to do it, but you do not have a really support of your surrounding. That is how I feel with these cards. And then you are just, you know, shutting yourself from the environment, and you are focusing on what you want, and you are working on yourself. You're trying to balance yourself. You're trying not allow surrounding to stop you, but also not to kill your enthusiasm. It's like almost keeping your desire and idea undercover. Not too much talking about it, not too much expressing it. It's like you feel that you don't want to give up. With the solar plexus chakra, we received a very strong hint that you should not give up, okay? But you do feel that you're not supported, and therefore you cannot make this move. You cannot start. It's very good that you are trying to keep yourself balanced. But the thing that I see here, I asked how long this thing has been going on in your life. And with I can't tell, it is usually the answer that I receive when the situation is being there almost since forever. For many of you, it's like almost since forever. So for majority of you, it's going to be something that it's not new, it's not fresh, it's not something that you feel now with certain isolated case. No, it's something that you have been in one way or another experiencing, maybe since you were a child, pile number 2. This support is somehow missing, and the people that you really need you to support are lacking to understand how much their support is needed. How can I deepen my trust right now? Well, the universe is telling you this. Sometimes it is not a good setup. It is not a good. And maybe some of you are going to say, well, when it is a good setup, because it's never a good setup. I understand the frustration, guys, but at the same time, there is a timing for everything. Sometimes it seems like it takes forever, but it doesn't mean that it will not come. Universe knows what it is doing, and divine, God, however you want to call it, has everything under control. There are no coincidences, there are no mistakes. Everything that is and everything that surrounds us, it's in perfect order, how it needs to be. We just don't understand why. And that is why it is very hard for us to go through it. Because when we understand something, it's much more easier to go through it. Sometimes we see just parts of the picture, not the whole picture. And it's very easy to slip into the victim mode and asking ourselves, why me? Why always me? Why it cannot be like this? Why? But it is like a whining of a little child. In one reading, I already gave this example, like when a little child wants to put the hand in the fire and the parent slaps the hand and says no. But little child once again, parent slaps the hand, says no, it's a fire, it's dangerous. And the child starts crying, why? The thing is that the child does not understand what will happen if it puts the hands in the fire, but the parent does. So it slaps the child and child cries. For child, it seems like it cannot get what it wants, but the parent knows that it is for its child's good, right? Sometimes we are that child and the universe is the parent. And it doesn't want to give us what we want. That is how we see it from the moment. But at the same time, it knows that it is for our own good. So remember this story, pile number 2. I had a feeling like it would be very necessary for you to hear it. Dear love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. We receive exactly what we have been talking about. Your self-worth is not connected with approval of others. You know who you are. And I do believe that you do know who you are with this yoga here, because you are working on yourself. You are fully aware of who you are, pile number 2. You are probably feeling everything more than other people, because deers are very, very sensitive animals. Do you know that they can detect a human very, very far away? I think that it is 50 meters away. I was reading somewhere. You see how big ears they have. They hear. When you observe, you see how their ears are constantly monitoring sounds. You are a person who is very, very reflective to your environment. You observe, you feel, you see everything around you. Just like a deer, it wouldn't be here. It wouldn't have a very important role. And that's why this environment is affecting you a lot. But let's be honest. When you stop or release desire for disapproval from your environment, and you give yourself a power to be who you are despite your environment. What does that mean? That doesn't mean going against your family or going against the loved ones or doing things against. No, it means slowly developing what you have inside of yourself, even when the entire support of the surrounding is not there. Not giving up. Giving yourself a permission. Having a more trust in divine. That the time will come. Maybe it's not now, but it will come. Look at this: appreciation and gratitude and ego. Ego sometimes pulls us in many different directions. It is necessary. We all have ego. Ego is our, let's say, connection with material world. It is part of the material world. And we all know that when it goes out of control, it becomes very dangerous and not good for our soul. However, there is also so-called healthy ego that is necessary, that is keeping us grounded, that is keeping alive this connection between our spirit and body and so on. This ego is here because sometimes we don't want to do things from our principles. We call them principles. I will not do that because of my principle. But sometimes this principle is nothing more but ego. You know? What I feel here, pile number 2, is that if you soften little bit your ego, but at the same time do not let environment to shape you. Yes, of course, it's always going to have influence, especially on you, because you are really sensitive, but don't allow it to shape you. I do believe that this end of the year, with this end of the year, the cycle that was maybe not favorable for your ideas and for your things that you wanted to manifest, it is finishing right here. And the new, completely new phase is starting. We are also having Jupiter ending its 16-year cycle, and we are entering the new cycle, which is very revolutionary for every human being on this planet. The world is changing, and it's going to be drastically changed, and we are the witnesses. I do believe that with this end of the year, some patterns of behavior that you have been struggling before are going away, but you need to aware them and you need to work on them actively. Appreciation and gratitude. This is your message. This is your advice. The biggest advice is basically to appreciate and have that gratitude for everything that it is happening. Because for many of you, I do have a feeling of this question. Why me? When? Why always the same? You know? I do have a feeling that a lot of things are connected with the family, with this card. There are some things that need to be released. Like I said at the beginning, forgiven, released. I think that now it is a good time, this year, this cycle, for it to end. You know, try to forgive, try to release as much as you can. And try to accept people as they are, because you will not be able to change people ever. You can only change your own attitude and the things, how you see them and how you observe their behavior and how you are letting their behavior to influence you. So the control is in your hands, not in their hands, okay? We are going to also now check your symbols, pile number 2. Okay, so let's see your symbols. Like we already noticed, you have a cross and you have the anchor. The cross is timeless symbol of faith and sacrifice. It's also symbolizing divine love. We can say that the cross is in a way some kind of connection between the divine and earth, right? It reminds us to stay grounded and to stay strong in the time of trials. The anchor on the right side, it symbolizes stability. We know that the anchor is a symbol of stopping, you know, pausing, stopping somewhere, grounding. It's usually helping us when we see it, when we are having some kind of emotional storms and we see this anchor, then it gives us like a sign that we need to hold firm, you know, during those storms that are happening. We have to preserve this inner strength. I think that together these symbols are telling you basically stay rooted in faith, in trust, and you will survive any storm, any storm with grace, with grace. These are your messages. Pile number 2. I am going to take one more card for you. Just a second. I think that this year that it is coming is going to be just wonderful. Receive. Aha. So that is what is happening. You are going to be receiving a lot. Okay. The time of receiving is coming into your life. But you need to firstly process these old circles, patterns, the way of behavior to move into this beautiful Earth Angel. Let's see. You are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. And look at this, what we have here. Dear love. Isn't this beautiful? So Earth Angel, dear love, and receive. I do have a feeling that you have a beautiful mission, and that whatever it is about, it is something that you need to perceive. Okay, you need to pursue. That's what I wanted to say. Pursue. You need to go in that direction. Pile number 2. I wish you a beautiful time ahead. I hope that you are going to spend it with your family, no matter from which part of the world you are coming from and whatever religion or practice you are following. I am sure that this end of the year is going to be wonderful for you. Spend it with your loved ones, with your closed ones, if that is possible. Spend it in a peace. Try to release things that are not longer serving you. And I wish you beautiful, beautiful beginning of the next year and next cycle in your life. If you're new to my channel, if you love the videos that I'm making, you can support it by liking, subscribing, sharing, or commenting. For everyone who already there, I want to say a big thank you, guys. I wish you all the best for this upcoming time. Enjoy it fully. And I'm so happy for your new beginnings and new cycles and beautiful new things coming your way. See you soon with my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Pile number 3, I almost said pile number 2. Pile number 3. Hello. Today we are going to make a reading connected with the things that you need to release in this year to actually enter the new year, the new cycle, in a little bit different way, easier way, better way for you. This one was somehow peeking out. I'm going to take this one out. So we are going to check what are those things, behaviors, patterns, ways of thinking, whatever comes out, okay, that you need to release so that your new year, new cycle starts in a different, beautiful, healthy, new way. We are going to take 2 more cards. Like I was saying to the pile number 1 and pile number 2, this is what we called the New Year's Eve. Used to be Pagan's Yule. This was the winter solstice and the time when the night reached the highest peak of being the longest night in the year. This is what we are celebrating. This is a very transformative time, and it is a very beautiful time for introspection, for spiritual work, for reflection of how the year was behind us, and also setting up some kind of goals or wishes, or thinking about the future in the sense how we could contribute to this planet. What could we do? Let's see the cards that you have. Pile number 3. So we have 2 of Earth, that is 2 of coins, right? We have Queen of Fire reversed, and we have the Chariot reversed. We have, what do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? We also have become whole, healing. Singing and dancing, trust, dolphin, play, and purpose. Very beautiful cards, pile number 3. So let's go a little bit deeper into your cards and let's see what are the things that you need to release so that you would end this cycle and start upcoming cycle in a much better way. So with the 2 of Earth here and with the singing and dancing, we see some kind of like a juggling of things in your life, maybe a lot of obligations. This is the first thing that I sense, like a lot of obligations, like you are going to so many things, you are trying to pull out so many activities that you don't have time for singing and dancing. And that is something that you really want to do, and maybe from time to time you catch a little bit of time to actually express yourself in that way, you know, or for some of you it's going to be playing an instrument, for some of you it's going to be dancing, for some of you singing literally, for some of you it's going to be creating something, maybe art, you know, but it is something that your heart aches for. And because of the so many things that you need to do, you are trying to juggle, but it's very hard to find actually time for yourself. It says, express yourself and awaken your physic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Psychic. Yes, what physics? Psychic. So express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Beautiful. So with the 2 of Earth, I do have a feeling not enough time for you to express yourself. You don't have time for your self-expression. It seems like you put everyone else in front of yourself. You want to satisfy everyone's needs. You want to help everyone. You want to make everything work, and to the point that you completely neglected yourself. Pile number 3. With the Queen of Fire reversed, we can even receive more information. It's a card of passion. It's a card of following your passion. The Queen of Fire is not having compromises. But here we see it reversed. So we do feel with these surrounding cards, it's like, look at this Chariot reversed. It's like a stagnation. Things are not moving. Things are stopped. And somehow they are stopped and you're just, you know, in one place. That is how it feels. Like you're not moving much. The life is filled by routine, by the things that are routine things and the things that you have to do, like obligations. And I do have a feeling that it became so suffocating. And the problem is also, what do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? Pile number 3. For me, it seems, the problem here, it seems like you're so tired. I even feel tired right now, suddenly. You're so tired, you're so exhausted by the things that you have to do, that your brain, your body is not having enough energy left for the things that you actually want to do. You don't have energy. This is how it feels. Like you spend all of your energy into things that has to be done, and it somehow feels like everything is at your back. I don't know, I just feel that everything is at your back. It seems overwhelming. It's like too much on your back. What do I believe about the money? It's like you believe that more money would help. You know, it would help. It would solve situations. It would help you to maybe, I don't know, remove some burden from your back and to, you know, like make you a little bit more available. I do have a feeling like you feel money would help, but at the same time, I do feel you like some kind of like a spiritual person. I do feel that you're not material type of person, like you are not running for money. Do you know what I also feel here with this card? That many of you are doing things for free. And that is exhausting. Or you accept less than you deserve in the sense of money. Because, I don't know, you know, like sometimes we want to, for example, we have a friend, I'm just blabbering examples randomly to give you example. Sometimes we have a good friend, this friend needs help, and then we feel guilty for charging our friend the full price of our product, you know, whatever it is, service. And then we just do it and we say, it's okay, you don't have to pay, you know. And maybe they do, but they pay symbolically something, but we don't receive, you know, like, and maybe if there are many of these kind of cases, you know, we are trying to be good, we are trying to be polite, but actually, you know, at the end of the story, we are being quite used and exhausted, and it does feel like we are not appreciated. But the problem is that we are doing that thing. We are the creators of that scenario. So who put us there in that situation? Us, ourselves. So I do have a feeling like for you guys, pile number 3, the pattern that needs to be released here is doing everything that you are doing. You don't need to do everything, you know. You need to start saying no. You need to start releasing the burden. You need to, you know, put some boundaries. Pile number 3. It seems like, you know, barely there are boundaries now at the moment. You're having this strong trust. That's why I say that you are quite spiritual person. I do have a feeling like you are having a really strong trust that everything will be sorted out how it needs to be. And I do believe that. And that's wonderful. The first 2 piles were struggling with having trust. And here you are having this trust. And this is really, really at your advantage. But you cannot rely, we are having karma and dharma. And karma is action. You know, like karma is action. Whatever you do, it's going to have consequences of some kind. You cannot stop acting, you know, like even not doing anything is doing something, you know, it's having consequences, is unstoppable. So yes, just like we are trusting, but we have to also be aware that we are a live participant of the equation. It's not like we are irrelevant and everything will happen how it will happen. Yes, of course, some points of life we have to reach, but there are many places that are dependable only about our free will, and you know that. So it is silly to say I will just, you know, let things go how they are, despite I don't believe that they are good, because I trust that something will come and save me and help me. In some cases it will, in some cases will not, because in some cases the task will be for you to understand that you are your own savior and that you need to do these things for yourself, not some kind of upper hand or outer hand. Look at the dolphin and play. This is basically the same card like this dancing card. This is basically the same card. It says, swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. This is beautiful because dolphins as beings, as animals, are very playful. They love to play. So beside everything that they have to do, of course, they have their own obligations and hunt and eating and this and that, what they need to do. They have this incredible sense for entertainment. So in their daily routine, entertainment is a very important part of it, which we also saw in your reading that it is missing. So the universe is telling you that if this year was very burdening, very hard, very harsh towards you, and you did not have enough space for singing, dancing, creating, sensing, that this pattern of behavior needs to be released in this year. And with the new cycle, with the new year, you will have to open up yourself more for yourself and for your joys, for play. For play. You see, here we see become whole, healing. Become whole, healing. It seems like you are so divided on so many sections, on so many places. It's like you are, like you cloned yourself, like an octopus, pile number 2. You're an octopus. You're simultaneously doing 5, 10, 20. I'm just, exaggerating. But I want to say that you are doing so many things at the same time that you don't even know what you are doing at the same time. It's crazy. It's crazy. You are not a machine. You're a human being. You need to allow yourself to have this time for singing, for dancing, for creating, for relaxing. For some of you, it's going to be sitting and reading the book. That's all, For some of you, it's going to be going to some kind of festival and party. For some of you, it's going to be singing and dancing in the kitchen or cooking while cooking, So take it as it resonates, but don't forget the play is a very important part of the daily routine. And with this purpose here, we see that the purpose, your purpose, pile number 3, is going to be manifested in the next cycle that it is coming. Your purpose. So if you had this feeling that you have some kind of purpose within yourself, you need to do something. You feel that, you feel deep inside. You don't know what it is, maybe for some of you. For some of you, you know, but for some of you, you don't know. You just feel there is a purpose that you need to fulfill. I see it coming in the next year. Okay, so your purpose is coming into next year. And it will be much more easier for you to fulfill your purpose if you get rid of unnecessary burden. So your task, pile number 3 for this year, is to filtrate obligations, people, and things that you are now doing. You need to filtrate. Despite if it seems that you cannot drop any of these, or else it will be disaster. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I'm here to encourage you and to push you in that direction so that you can become whole and heal. Okay? Pile number 3, we are going to also pull one more card. Just a second. And we are going to look at your symbols, of course. So let's pull one more card, or maybe even 2. We have freedom. Wow, you see. Freedom. It reminds me always of Mel Gibson in that movie, like when he's waving with that Scotland flag. Freedom! I mean, the thing is that you are going to liberate yourself from these things, and it is time that you start working on it now. Look at this. Shield yourself. You see? Shield yourself. What does that mean? Shield yourself. It means that from some things you will have to protect yourself. You will have to shield yourself. Literally protect. Not everyone wants the best for you, because these people who don't, they are still sleeping. They still do not understand. They are not awakened. I do believe that there is no evil or good. There are just different aspects of everything. And when we perceive something as evil, like somebody wants to harm you, you see that they want to harm you, they are the one who are actually, harming themselves, especially long-term through karmic, network. Let's say it like that. But that doesn't mean that you should not be aware of it and you should not protect yourself. You always need to shield yourself from negative energy, from people who are not aware of their negativity, because it is all food for our soul and for our thoughts. So we are responsible for our happiness. This is something that I always say to people. Happiness is something that we create. We cannot find it somewhere else. We cannot search it in another person. We cannot expect other people to make us happy. We are the creators, and only us, of our happiness, and we are responsible for our happiness, right? So pile number 3, let's see your symbols as well. We are going to check their meaning. Okay, so we have this bow. I already said what it reminds me of, but for those who were not in that section, the bow symbolizes connection. Because it has this knot that it is connecting all of the parts, it symbolizes unity as well, like binding energies, okay? It can represent ties that hold us to our loved ones. It reminds us to be soft, to embrace softness and elegance, because the bow is very elegant. Sometimes in some readings I see a bow as a symbol of newborn children, so I also said that as well. Sorry. So let's see now this second symbol. This is a winged heart key, right? So this is very rich with symbolism, because like we said, the key suggests access to something. So we have an access to something, unlocking hidden truths or some kind of opportunities, you know, with the money and with the things that you received, like a purpose in your reading. This could be very, very logical, like the key that unlocks the opportunity. The heart is always love, right? It speaks about love, emotional wisdom, and because we have wings here, we can say that wings they are some kind of symbol of freedom. They are a symbol of freedom. I think that together this symbol could message that unlocking heart's potential, and you need to trust in the path ahead. Then the love and intuition will reveal to you, and things will become very, very visible. I think that these symbols together are trying to tell you that stay lovingly connected, and letting your heart feel and be what it is. It will guide you towards the things that truly matter. So it's like heart, it's going to be your main guide. Pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope that you received all the messages that you needed. In this time of the year, the end of the cycle, we mostly spend our time with the family and loved ones. Despite from wherever you are coming from, whatever religion, whatever part of the world, I do believe that end of the year is similar to everyone. It's some kind of very significant, how to say, like I said, the end of the cycle be starting of the new one. And I think that if you release these unwanting patterns that we were talking about, that everything will come to its place. And for you, pile 3 specifically, I do have a feeling that next year is going to be quite revolutionary, because I do have a feeling that the purpose that you feel that you need to accomplish is coming to fruition this upcoming year, 2026. For many of you, you are going to actually manifest your purpose, which is very, very, very important. So how you are going to do that if you have so many unnecessary and irrelevant things on your back? Okay, think about that. Food for thought. So pile number 3, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. I hope that the time ahead is going to be wonderful for you, and the next year is going to be fruitful and positive in all aspects, and some we already see here. If you are new to my readings and you love what I do, you can support me by subscribing, liking, sharing, or commenting. It is always good for the growth of this channel. And for everyone who already there, I want to say big thank you. Thank you guys for being here. I will use this opportunity to wish you all the best for upcoming holidays, whoever is celebrating, whatever you are celebrating. I wish that it's going to be wonderful and surrounded with the warmth of the loved ones, because that is the most strongest light that it can be. I wish you all the best and see you soon with my next reading. Bye.